Okay, a little skill of the week video on how to build your paper sculpture. Of course, you have to have something in mind for what you're going to be building, but I've got some of my rolls already made, and so I'm going to start building with the hot glue gun. And it only takes a few seconds. If your hot glue is pretty hot, you might have to hold it on there a little bit longer, but as you'll be able to see when I start building this, uh, if you lay it out on the table first, you'll see that I'm kind of just playing with it a little bit and seeing where I want to lay my tubes. But I have to hold it on there for a few seconds until that glue cools. You can blow on the glue a little bit too, and that can help it to cool down a little bit faster. But if you push that glue gun point down onto the magazine, uh, you can see that it won't have all the strings coming off of it like you would see if you just place a dollop of glue and then pull it up without touching it to the magazine page. You really need to make sure that you are um, touching the magazine, the rolled up magazine, with the glue tip so that it lets go of that string of glue. And you don't need much, just a drop will do, and it'll hold pretty tightly, especially if you build a pretty compact sculpture. When you're thinking about your sculpture, you do want to think about it being a minimum of 2 feet in any direction. You want to make sure that it has height, width, and depth so that it seen from all sides, it projects. Okay, I'm blowing on it there to try and cool it down because it's not wanting to stay. So I might have to support it. Okay, so there it's going to support it just because it's gluing it down in another place. And so you can see there's this space right there that's being created. I might have to see how I'm holding it in one area and gluing it in another. And that's already held down, so that worked pretty well. And you can move it around. Now this is going to end up standing up, but I'm keeping it laying down on the table for now because that gives it stability and I don't have to worry about trying to hold it up at the same time as I'm gluing things. So I will film a little bit more progression later.